boosted.
Hi everybody, welcome to Screen Chasers. I'm Anthony Thomas, and with me as always is my main man,
Jermaine Sneed.
We are Screen Chasers, this is Three Punk Chumps, and we just saw the movie
World War Z, which is about
United Nations employee Jerry Lane traverses the world in a race against time to stop the zombie pandemic that is toppling armies and governments and threatening to destroy humanity in itself. This movie was directed by Mark Forster and basically just stars Brad Pitt and about 1 billion zombies. Alright, so, World War Z.
Oh, World War Z.
We've all been waiting for it. We've been waiting a couple years now since they announced it. Huge books, got a huge following. Everyone I know has read it except me.
Anthony. Yeah. They got an audio version.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they actually do.
Alright, I'll check that out.
Check that out.
Alright, I'll get the MP3 format. Alright, Jermaine, as a fan of the book.
Yeah.
And a fan of zombies.
Yeah.
And a blatant fan of Brad Pitt and his sexydom.
He is sexy.
He is.
Just saying.
He's a dreamy man.
Yes, he is, sir.
Alright, moving on.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on this movie?
I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it more than I thought it was. And let me just be upfront. It's not the book.
Okay.
They take some liberties. Okay. And I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be one of those people who are like, you didn't follow the source material and you're wrong. For what they needed to do with this book, the narrative would not have worked in this movie. I enjoyed this movie. I think people should go check it out.
All right. You said now the narrative wouldn't work with it. Now, like, what's the narrative of the book? As someone who's not read the book, explain to me the narrative of it.
Well, in the book, and here's the main difference. He is a UN employee in the book. However, he's going around and he's taking tapings. He's reporting on people. He's just taking their accounts of what actually happened during the war. The war's actually over.
Okay.
He's taking accounts of exactly what's happened during the war.
Okay, so it's all, like, past tense.
It's all past tense, and he's not in the action.
Okay, so he's not.
He's not in the action.
So his character is completely morphed in this movie.
Completely morphed. He's an action star in this movie, and obviously I understand for a big blockbuster summer movie why they would have to do that. And it works. And it works because they don't lose any of the feelings, the depression of it, the war of it. They just don't lose any of that in the movie. So I'm fine with it.
Brad Pitt's been back a couple movies now. What do you think of the older, more mature Brad Pitt?
I think Brad Pitt did an excellent job of picking the right role for an older Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like he was a family man, not just a pretty boy. I felt like he was smart, intelligent, and knew what he was doing the whole time.
Yeah.
I didn't get that sense of this is Brad Pitt being a pretty guy on screen, none of that Ocean's 11 stuff.
Yep.
I just felt like he was right for this role. And that's what he needs to keep doing, picking roles like this.
Yeah.
So I feel like he did a great job. What about you?
I completely share your opinion on this. I think this was a really good character for Brad Pitt to play. Like you said, he's not a sex symbol in this. Yes, he's dreamy looking. Yes, he has a long flowing coif of hair.
It's nice.
But when put into a situation, he's an actual character. He's not because a lot of times with Brad Pitt, it's like you look at Brad Pitt and you're like, oh, it's Brad Pitt in a movie. No, with this, you feel like he's that character, Jerry.
Yeah, finally.
He's that character. That's his family, although he married way below his standards.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So, yeah, Brad Pitt nailed it in this film. Now, with this movie, as somebody who hasn't read the book and doesn't really know a whole lot about the book, except for what you've told me, I'm walking into this with virgin eyes. Like, I'm walking into this just from what I've seen in the trailers and from what I've heard, all the buzz generating about World War Z. I didn't know what to expect. I had my preconceived notions on what a zombie film is and what they wanted to convey. Now, what we need to do is go ahead and clarify with people. I wouldn't call this a typical post-apocalyptic zombie movie, which we've seen before.
Yeah.
This is more like if Outbreak spawned zombies instead of everyone falling dead. And it's not to the extent of what 28 Days Later did.
It's not to that extent, no. 28, yeah.
I think going into this, I was expecting to see 28 Days Later.
Which made a lot of sense, yeah. The marketing...
Part 2.
Yeah, the marketing made you feel that way.
Or 28 weeks. There you go.
More 28 weeks?
Yeah, I felt like this would be more like 28 weeks. And I feel like 28 weeks later gave me more of what I was looking for in
Okay.
like a big zombie movie like this.
Well, the biggest thing, and there's a couple reasons this is a totally different movie, which we can get into.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things people really have to understand is at this point in time, there's still hope here.
Yeah,
There's still hope that we can overcome what's going on.
that's true.
I think 28 weeks later, they're like, we got zombies. Now we just got to live.
Yeah.
We're still talking about a way to get over the zombies, a way to find a cure. So there's still hope in this movie is the main thing.
Yeah, and what I thought was cool about this movie, normally when in situations like this, with zombie movies that I've seen before, like these big global attacks like this, it's always someone's looking for a cure or an answer or something like that. And about halfway through the movies, I'm like, nah, there ain't no coming back from
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Even if you come up with something, dude, they're done.
It's over.
This is more of an outbreak, so there's symptoms, and unlike other zombie movies, they're not killing and eating people. They're not. Like, they don't kill people, they infect them. I mean, virally they do like kill them, but I think with this there is a possible way of bringing them back. That's the way I was approaching it, and I know in the books that's not what happens.
In a way, I mean, when I say it's past tense,
Humanity is
there's things
salvageable.
still going on, but if humanity is salvageable, yes.
Yeah,
I mean, we still have some form of government in World War Z.
yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, we still have some sort of government because it, at the heart of it, like I said, in my opinion, this is a war story.
It is.
It's humanity against zombies.
Yeah. To me, the pacing and the feel of this movie felt a lot like Children of Men. This movie follows the same kind of pacing, has the same kind of look to it, and goes that same kind of road. But with zombies. Alright, Jermaine, with all that being said, average Joe gonna walk into the theater and be pleased with the movie that he gets. Like, do you feel like the regular guy that walks into the theater, it's accustomed to zombie movies and it has these expectations of this movie, is going to be pleased with what he sees? Because I'm going to tell you this right now. I am that guy in this situation, and I was pleased with the movie that I went to go see. Do I feel like this movie's worth seeing in the theater? Absolutely. Is it the movie I was expecting? No, it's not.
To answer your question, and I think it's unfortunate, but the answer is no. I think the marketing was made so to pull those guys in.
Mm-hmm. Same reason they did the PG-13.
Same reason they did the PG-13. However, people aren't going to be pleased with it because that's what they're going to go in looking for. Now, if they sit back and say, you know what, it's not that movie, Hollywood, you don't got me, marketing, you don't got me, and just sit back and enjoy the movie that it is, they're going to come out saying, you know what, that was a well-done, intelligent film.
Yeah.
There's some genuine dialogue in here. There's some great heroes in here. Brad Pitt's not the only hero in this movie, folks.
No.
All right? There's
Every
a lot
character.
of them. You're right. Every character's a hero. I think how much self-sacrifice was in this movie, by the way.
Everyone's going to heaven in this.
Yeah, everybody.
Okay, but here's the thing. I think when you were talking about the book, it being like the narrative that it chooses the accountability of all these different people that take places. I think that's how they tied it in.
Yeah.
They tie it
Good
in
point,
that way.
good
It's
point.
like instead of taking interviews with all these people, he's encountering and adopting all these
That's a
people.
great point.
Which is
Yeah,
a great
that's a great
concept
point.
for Brad Pitt, going all these
Yeah.
different countries and adopting
And
people.
I see what you did there.
Zing.
I see what you did there. Very well
Okay,
done.
I'm done with that. All right, but yeah, I think that's how they approached it, and that's a very intelligent way. It's a great adaptation of it. So yeah, in my eyes, this movie's totally worth it. And is Joe everybody gonna enjoy this movie? Honestly,
No.
they're not.
No.
But I'm gonna tell you this right now: if you like zombies and you're going to this movie looking for a gore fest, you ain't gonna find it.
not even a little bit.
You're not. But to all my people out there, to my Ben Greens, to my Jeremy Zills, and to all my other people out there that look at movies and take an intelligent perspective on it, this is going to be your movie. This is yours.
Totally agree. That's
this
your
is your
zombie movie.
This is an intelligent zombie outbreak movie.
I think you just hit it on the head right there. I think that's what it is. It's an intelligent zombie movie. There's feeling to it. There's heart to it, but not in the way that you're used to seeing from a zombie film.
Yep. So with that being said, I think our job is done here.
I know mine is. I'm gonna go watch Children of Men for the people who haven't seen it because they're morons.
I'm gonna go watch A Fish Named Wanda.
All right, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in to Three Pump Chumps. Check us out again next week, and I have no idea what we're saying. Do you, Anthony?
A movie. Boom.
There you go.
So we out of this, mother. Holla!
Pena! That was good.